People seem to hate the V6 Mustang, and I can understand why. A Mustang without a V8 is just plain wrong. But today, I'm driving a car that has put that Ford V6 to much better use. This is a Ginetta G55 GT4. Through those doors is the Silverstone Grand Prix track. Today is going to be far too much fun. If you're into GT racing, you'll know exactly what a GT4 car is, sitting underneath the GT3 class and providing some of the best racing in modern motorsport. This car is specifically the Academy car that introduces drivers to GT racing and prepares people for events like the Nürburgring 24 hours. The Ginetta is a pretty impressive package with a curb weight of just 1,085 kilograms, plenty of aero and a pneumatic paddle shift gearbox, but it's the engine I'm most interested in. It uses the 3.7 litre Ford V6 that was once in the Mustang, but it performed so badly that Ford discontinued the car. But what happens when you mess around with it and insert it into a race car? We don't have the track to ourselves today, so let's check out what else has turned up Silverstone. Let's start with this, the Ginetta LMP3 car. So as well as bringing the G55, they brought this, their prototype. This isn't the only one though. Here are two LMP1 cars. Now one of these is heading to Le Mans and they're testing today for, I guess, the biggest endurance race in the world. Essentially the peak of engineering, apart from Formula One. It doesn't get much quicker than these two cars here. Absolutely stunning pieces of kit. You may remember the video we filmed last year at the factory with these cars. We weren't there for filming when they were moving, so seeing how quickly these things move today is unreal. Now, Bentley themselves have turned up. They've got this GT3 Continental, but around here is something incredibly special. We're very lucky to see it. This is the 2001 original Bentley Speed 8, driven by Andy Wallace and a couple of others, potentially the most stunning racing car ever built. And there's not only one, there's another one over here. This is the slightly later car, 2002, twin turbo V8, just look at it, with that bodywork off. So sleek, with this Audi based engine, what a thing. In this British racing green as well, it doesn't get much better than that for me. So this is a fairly old British racing car, and then just over here we've got a brand new one. This is a GT3 Aston Martin Vantage that a customer is testing today. And then just there we've got a Lola, we've got a GT3 Lambo just the other side of that, we've got a GT3 Audi just over there. Yeah, it's safe to say we don't have the track to ourselves today. I like a V6. They're smaller and more compact than a V8, and they have more of a chance to produce smooth power than a raspy four-cylinder. My Mondeo ST has one. I like the fact that the Ford GT now has one, and of course Jeremy Clarkson's Alfa Romeo has one, although the less said about that car the better, considering what happened last week. Now this powertrain is still based on the standard Ford engine found in the Mustang, but Ginetta have sprinkled some race car trickery over it. It's the standard 3.7 litres of displacement, but it is a dry sump engine, which means it'll be better lubricated when cornering hard on a racetrack. Also, they've messed about with the cam timing to give this powertrain around 70 to 80 horsepower more than the standard Ford engine. Missed apex there for the camera, nice one. What a circuit this is! I'm definitely starting to sweat now. This drivetrain really is getting a serious workout. It almost sounds like a V8. This is what they should have put in the Mustang. Turns into just one of the most accessible powertrains. I mean, listen to that! Wow. Thank you for that. V6s already, this car has completely reaffirmed it. And then we come to the international pits at Silverstone. What a privilege. Whew! I am way sweatier than I was before. I was missing apexes all over the shop.
Didn't steer quite enough into some of the sharper corners, but the high-speed corners I think you were better.
Thank you very much. When an LMP1 car driver tells you that your high-speed corners are good, you listen. If I had the sort of levels of cash that means you can afford a supercar, I would really think about a track-only toy like this. Some guys, like James May or Richard Hammond, may spend their money on a classic Porsche or a classic Ferrari. I would buy myself a trailer and get something like this, because if you turn up to a track day in a G55, you're going to smoke absolutely every supercar, every road-going supercar out there, apart from something like a McLaren Senna or a P1 GTR. The full GT4 car isn't cheap, coming in at £119,000, and you'll need a trailer to tow it to the racetrack too. But the G55 shows that an engine, once hated in one application, can find a totally new lease of life in another. And if I had some cash kicking around for a supercar smiting track weapon, this thing would definitely be up there.